All right, so this is for part 2.
We're starting off with the Venturi tube still. Click the start button and you just say okay because it forces you to. Then you're gonna raise this to maximum. Get it to at least 10 or 20 first before doing any big jumps. So it start a little. Then you can start jumping the pump up a little more because it won't cause as much of an issue with air bubbles. Now that it's at maximum, you can see that you got a flow rate of about 44 liters per minute, and that's gonna come in handy later. We're gonna be going down by about increments of 5 until you hit about 17 to 15 liters a minute. If the closest one you get is 18, that's okay for your last one. You wanna get about 6 measurements.
All right.
The values we're gonna be looking at for here are the SPD1, SPD2, the difference between them, and the value of SC1.
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna head over to the manometer. Make sure there's no air bubbles in your tubes or in the manometer. If there are, you can use this pump to take them out. If you're not sure how to use it, your instructor can give you more information on it. Now, we check the water levels and where they're at. If you can see, it's right here. So we're gonna raise this up and bring it to about where the meniscus is. I'm a little shaky, so sorry about that. And then we move this one up all the way to about right here.
That's where the other meniscus is.
Thank you. Now, if we go back to the software, and you look from earlier in the video, you'll see that the values of SPD1, 2, and their difference have changed. That's because they're directly linked to that manometer and those dials at the measurement. So you have to move those to a good positioning to get an accurate reading. The flow rate doesn't change though, so you can get that before you even need to move them. Now, you're gonna write down all of these numbers.
Yeah.
And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna measure the you're gonna measure the flow rate using this device.
Yep.
As shown in the previous video, you're gonna raise it up to 1.
Yeah.
Or up to 0. It's not moving, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's the same process as the last video. You bring it up to 0 and then use a stopwatch to measure it from 0 to 25.
If you don't feel like doing 3 trials like last time, that's okay. That was because we were calibrating. You're going to be doing measurements of the flow rate 6 times at 6 different flow rates. So you should be able to get an accurate trend.
So do this once for each flow rate from 44 or 43 to 38 to 33 all the way down to 18. Or 15 to 18, whatever it turns out to be. And then is that it?
And then you just use the dial to bring it down.
Yeah, so you bring it down from 43 or 44, whatever it is.
Using this as the measurement.
Yep.
And once we get it down to 38 approximately.
About 38, it's jumping around a little bit, but that's good. So
you repeat the steps of taking SC1. You're gonna have to move the manometer dials again because they'll have new meniscus values, as you can see.
So you drop a little bit.
So you move them. We're not gonna do that now for the sake of time. But you'll move them and then you'll retake the numbers of SPD1, SPD2, and their difference after you've moved them.
Yep.
And then you repeat this until you get to 15.
Yeah. That good? That good? All right, bet.